This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Hey guys, it's Max. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Sennheiser Wireless XS kit that is this tiny little lav mic system for all of you filmmakers. And let's just take a little pause and admire how tiny this thing is. And let's pull this guy out right here. Many of you guys are using the Rode Filmmaker set. We've been using it ever since it came out. It is really nice, really easy to use. It works fantastic, but now it has a new competitor. Now, Sennheiser's been in the audio game for a long time, and years ago when I got into filmmaking, everybody was using Sennheiser wireless packs, but after the Rode came out, a lot of people started switching to that. Now, I think they have some big competition, and I think this thing is gonna sell like crazy. So I'm gonna have some links in the video description if you guys wanna check that out. And like you guys saw, this thing is so tiny, and that's my biggest complaint, and most people's biggest complaint about the Rode system. Now, this video isn't a full comparison against the Rode Filmmaker kit. That will be coming out in a separate video, along with a detailed full follow-up review in the future. So make sure you guys are subscribed with those notifications enabled. But we will be doing a sound test comparison against the Rode system, which I'm using right now. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Just like the transmitter, the receiver is also so tiny, and it has a separate little mount that could be detachable. And that's great because a lot of these small mirrorless cameras, when you put that large pack on there, you can't use the EVF or you have to flip it to the side. So having something so slim and so small that's going to be horizontal on your camera and you can just plug right in, that's going to be a big convenience along with the small pack. Now, I did have a few concerns when I started reading about this set. A couple of those have already been addressed, and I'll mention that in just a bit. But let me show you what else comes included inside of the box. First off, like you saw, that lav mic. This is a $130 lav mic. It's also included in their $700 wireless set. So it is a high quality microphone. Along with that, we have a USB Type-C charging cable, and that is because these little units are both charged with USB-C, and they have internal batteries that last about 5 hours, and they take 2 hours to charge. So if you're somebody that needs battery power for all day shooting, this might be a limitation to you, but I think for most people it won't be. Most people don't record for that long as you remember to charge these ahead of time. If you don't, you actually can power them through USB power. So I'll leave a link to this one in the video description. It is very, very cheap. It's also thin and lightweight, so you can just slip it in your pocket, plug it in, and run off of it for a very long time. And it takes about 2 hours to charge up, so actually as you're running it, it will recharge at the same time. Now, along with that, we have these little labels. That way, if you have multiple kits, you can label them once they're connected and know which one goes to which. They say you can connect 5 kits and use 5 at the same time. Other people have mentioned that you can use more, but that's kind of their official rating. And along with that, the awesome thing is that you can actually mix and match these. So not only do they have a standard set for most filmmakers where you can put one on top of your camera, another one with the lav mic, they also have units with XLR power and 1/4 inch. So there's a lot of flexibility. And one kit that I think is very interesting is one that actually comes with 1 receiver and 2 transmitters, an XLR one and a 3.5 inch one for lav mic. I have a few more specs and findings to share with you along with that comparison to the Rode Wireless Filmmaker. But first, let me give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace.
I've built 5 websites using Squarespace and have been recommending them for over 4 years now, so when they reached out and wanted to sponsor the channel, it was a no-brainer. Whether you're wanting to build a portfolio site, e-commerce, blog, or anything else, they've got you covered. They have an easy-to-use website builder and great templates with automatic versions for mobile devices. Follow the link in the description to start your free trial with no credit card required, and then you can get 10% off your first purchase.
The tech that's inside of here is the same as in the Rode Wireless Filmmaker set. It's a 2.4 gigahertz connection. The range is listed up to 75 meters. I think it's like a 250 feet or so. And the Rode Wireless set has a really good connection as far as long distance. Along with that, it does a very similar thing where it can actually switch bands and it'll monitor for any interference and signal strength. And on the fly, without any interruption, it will switch over to a different kind of frequency or connection. So that is very nice. It's going to help with interference and make sure you have the best connection possible. Now, as you may have noticed, there is only one button on this device and one little LED light. You don't have any display or anything like that, and no settings or different things to change. So as soon as you turn them on, they're going to find each other and connect, and you have to look at the LED for all of your information. So you want to see the battery life, you want to see if it's muted or unmuted. That is all done right here. So you will have to learn kind of how to read some Morse code and pay attention to the different colors that are here. One of the concerns that I had personally is this little button that also acts as a mute button. It's really small here, but I felt like you could accidentally press it, and in fact it's actually recessed enough, and it does take a little bit of force to engage it, so I don't think you're going to accidentally trip it. Now, one really good feature is if somebody's using this wireless pack and they mute it and then they forget to unmute it, let's say you're recording like a live presentation or something like that, you can actually unmute it from your little receiver, and that's a nice feature to have. My other concern was the build quality. It is made all out of plastic, but it feels really nice and solid in the hand. It does have more weight than you would expect. It's not too heavy, but it definitely feels sturdy. And one issue that I've had with the Rode, and we've went through multiple packs, and other people I know that use them have went through multiple sets, mainly because they're made out of plastic, but they're also quite large. So some people would end up sitting down and breaking them off, or if it falls with your tripod, which I have had happen, it will break because it's large, it's sticking out all over the place. So with something this small and compact, I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue. So finally, let's plug this in and compare the audio quality to the Rode Wireless Filmmaker set that you guys have been listening to this whole time. As you see, I do have it plugged in and charging because we haven't charged these yet. And we'll see what kind of difference we hear. I do want to mention that you can swap out the microphone capsule, and as far as the technology of sending the audio over, that's not really going to make a difference in sound. It's more of the included mics. So this is an audio quality test with the Rode Wireless Filmmaker, and this is an audio quality test with the Sennheiser XS Wireless. So go ahead and let me know in the comment section below which one you think sounds better. And I'm going to keep this thing connected since it's already on. So I'll let you guys know a couple more things before I wrap up the video. The first thing is this is just designed to be a simple, easy, good sounding solution. Not only this set, but the other sets as well. Something that's convenient, fast, and easy to use, and I think that is a huge selling point. Now, because of this, we don't have a lot of different options, and one thing that it does not have that the Rode Wireless does is the ability to adjust the levels. So on the Rode, you can go all the way up to plus 20 decibels or minus 20, which is quite nice, and you set both the receiver and the transmitter, and you can adjust it that way. I do not think you could do this with this pack right here, but we did test out both of them as far as gain, and I typically keep my Rode at the 0, the default setting, and this one is a little bit more sensitive or has a little bit hotter signal than the Rode pack does, and maybe you guys could tell a difference right now. So that's about it for our first initial look at the Sennheiser wireless set. Like I said, I think this thing is going to sell very, very well because of the price point and the convenience, and especially probably the biggest selling point is the size of these. You guys let me know what you think about these, and if you're considering picking one of these up, make sure you guys are subscribed and you guys have those notifications enabled, because we will be doing a full detailed comparison against the Rode Wireless Filmmaker kit, and along with that I will have a follow-up review after we've used these for about a month or so, so you guys definitely don't want to miss out on that. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Max, and I will see you in the next video.